Yes, yes. Welcome to another episode of the Inside Out Podcast. I'm your host, L. Felix, and he is.
Uncle Mike, aka Micah Allman, to
Yes, and
the
oh,
people that
oh,
don't know me.
people that don't know me or know you. Well, they should
Well,
know you by now, man. You're
yeah,
world
yeah.
famous, world famous.
Uh,
We have an exciting show today. Back joining us on the show, my man, Corey Fresco Jones and his partner, Jerod Sutton of BRTHRS Clothing. So without further ado, we're going to add them to the stream right now. What's up, fellas?
What's up? What's up?
So today's show, we talked to Corey prior, and we talked about brothers clothing and the inception, and we more surface level on it. Today we bringing his man Jerod, his business partner. Matter of fact, I look at y'all right now, and y'all could be brothers. You know,
yeah,
We get that a
makes
lot
sense.
You get that every time we out, bro. Y'all
what I'm saying?
brothers.
Because I
more
was
and more recently.
yeah, especially when you guys if you check the IG and you see the posing.
Mm-hmm.
He called it. He called it. He was like the pose. He said, "Okay, we got another posing, brother." I'm like, "Yeah,
You got
Yeah.
that posing,
Yeah.
brother. So join us today. Okay. Join us today, Jerod J. Rod Sutton joins the podcast today. Would be a co-founder and business manager. I don't know what the proper title is, but I'm gonna let him get the chance to introduce himself to the audience. So you can take the stage, Jerod.
Yes, I'm Jerod Sutton, co-founder of Brothers, the half to it. I handle more so the logistics of it, getting products in, getting the samples, things like that.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. And also joining the podcast, the other half of that team, man,
Mhm.
Fresco Jones. What's up, Fresco?
what's up, man? Glad to be back."
Glad to be back. And this time we're gonna be, last time he talked about Corey talked about, just the graphic design and the creative element of it. Today we want to get a little deeper and talk about the business itself. These are two young black brothers who have started their own street. You call it streetwear, right? Like, what I'm saying, urban streetwear. Like, I don't know what the designation you have for it.
Like high fashion streetwear.
High
So
fashion.
it's like it's in that realm with the urban clothing, but it's a higher quality product. So we try to keep it on the pedestal a little bit, to be honest.
I feel you. I feel you on that. So starting it all off, and we know you're high end fashion. How did you two decide to start BRTHRS Clothing? What was the conversations, the lead up? Any funny stories or whatever that led you guys to say this is a good idea?
Gerard, you want to shoot at that?
Yeah, you can just interject whenever you want to.
Gotcha.
So it was during what year was that? Falcons went to the Super Bowl.
17.
2017.
Yeah.
Corey and I, my brother and some of his partners, we all went to I think it was Hunts to celebrate them playing. I think they was playing Green Bay in a NFC championship game.
Yeah.
And smashed.
Yeah.
So we saw a chick in there. She had on a hoodie that said, what did it say, Corey?
It said something, but I just felt like it was something in regards to Atlanta, but I felt like we could have did a better job.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I can design that. You know what I'm saying?
So, it took off from there, and it, turned into BRTHRS Clothing, what you see now. But it just came off, seeing this chick with some catchy design on the hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, shit, we can do that. So,
And like,
we did it.
and like that's pretty much like all of it condensed. But me and him used to go back and forth about how we wanted to go about it, because initially we was gonna just make it, solely about just Atlanta sports teams.
Okay.
And we used to talk about having ideas of like, well, what if we get it to a point where it's getting noticed and the Falcons want to, come in and be a part of it, or we could start selling it inside of the dome and stuff like that. But then we was looking at it, I was like, why are we just gonna put ourselves in a bubble around sports?
Yeah.
Let's just make our own clothing line, do what we want. And so that's what it went from, trying to just capitalize on the Falcons accomplishments at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But we was like, you know what, we could just run with it and do our own thing, because as you can see, Falcons ain't doing too much of nothing. So I'm glad we got up out of there when we did early.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Smart
that would be a
move.
good thing because that would run into a whole bunch of other issues with licensing and whatnot.
Exactly.
And
So
basically,
Yeah.
you'd be making money for the Falcons, not really yourself.
exactly. So
Okay.
yeah.
That was a good
That
pivot right there. Go ahead, Mark.
sorry to interrupt.
No, you
But
don't.
would that be a
Sorry.
would that be an idea y'all would revisit sports? Like, would y'all have a collection in the future? You know, for sports wear and things like that.
Gerard.
I wouldn't mind. Like, I don't think we would mind. You know, we would be open to, you know, anything, you know, as long as it feel right and organic. Yeah, we
Yeah.
would be open to anything.
Okay.
Because I
Definitely
mean,
would.
I would love to do something to, you know, so I appreciate you for the Braves. So something, you know, to
Yeah.
catch on that trend. Like, why not, you know, pay homage to the city? So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
we
that's
love
and
to.
that's something I've been doing with the hat brand. Like I solely base the hat brand on everything involved in the city. You know what I'm saying? A Lions fan.
Yeah.
Anywho,
Yeah.
but but you know, I feel like, you know, me and him, we always been very eccentric when it comes to the city. Like we love
Mhm.
showing appreciation to, you know, where we got all our game from, got all our knowledge from. And it was just like, I'm like he said, I'm open to anybody trying to collaborate if the feeling's right. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay. So when you guys started the company, Brothers Clothing, like the conversation was, hey, we saw Shorty at the bar eating some chicken wings, drinking on a Sprite. Like we could do that better. Like so when you first looked into, okay, let's do this, what were some of the things that most people wouldn't even know? Like most people think, hey, I'm just gonna go get these t-shirts, press them up, and sell them. Like, what did you have to learn, you know, as far as the business, setting up bank accounts, you know, saying licensing, anything like that, to make yourself legitimate and step forward correctly into this genre?
Okay, so you know, we went and got our LLC,
Mhm.
EIN number, business bank account. We have all that set up. But as far as like getting the t-shirts made, it was a lot of trial and error people
Yep.
don't see. Like you know, we started with like black t-shirts and Foot Locker.
Okay.
Like you know,
Mm.
very, very low quality t-shirts compared to, you know, what we use now.
Hmm.
But you know, we started, we did that, then we went to places, I think in Greenbrier Mall, Home Team Apparel, something like that, to get it
Greenbrier.
pressed.
Woo.
Yeah, West
Yeah,
Side. So man, you
yeah.
know that's why I started. I was on the West Side, man.
I was gonna say, you for
Yeah.
the people, you in Greenbrier, boy. You for the people.
Hey,
That was my
Exactly.
spot back in the day.
Yeah.
we ain't go back though.
Nah, that was
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That was it. That was
See,
it.
that's good. When you got to go back, it's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Go
been
ahead.
panning out well. And yeah, it's just
Because that's something
yeah.
that most people don't think about, you know, as far as the quality. Like most people think the design, but
Mhm.
but what did you learn about, like, okay, we're going and we got the cool designs, we have the branding, but did you, when you had those t-shirts and you had, you know, lower quality t-shirts because you're just starting out, what was the
Mhm.
process, or what did you learn, or did anybody come to you and say, hey, you need to start looking at this and looking at these quality types of apparel and investing in different, you know, quality materials, so to speak?
You want to
Uh,
go, Corey?
yeah. I don't really think nobody really had to tell us what good quality was at the time.
Mhm.
Cause like I mean, at that time, me and him were you know, we're kind of, you know, known for how we put together clothing and how we dress and stuff. So we knew what we wanted.
Mhm.
Early on, we were just putting it on bull crap just to see what the design looked like on
Okay.
a physical item. We never, like when we was buying those shirts, it was sole purpose just for testing. Like we knew
Okay.
we wasn't going with that product. So we
Okay.
knew we was gonna be trying different companies. We was ordering samples, you know, every other week or so. What you think about this? We looking at the texture, how it fit. We'll wash it, see how it comes out when it washed. Like we was doing a whole bunch of behind the scenes with all these different products,
Mhm.
so we can, you know what I'm saying, better assess ourselves to, you know what I'm saying, be prepared for mass production. And that's pretty much what it was as far as that. Like, didn't nobody really have to tell us, oh, you need to go check
Okay,
out
and
this. We kind of just figured it out on our own on the
okay,
fly.
that's what I was leading to.
Yeah.
Like just what you mentioned there. Like most people don't think about just the background. They just think, hey, somebody had an idea, they put it on nice t-shirts. But
Yeah.
you guys actually did the research, like, hey, let's check out different types of t-shirts, do the testing, like Corey said. Like most people don't think about that. They put something on a shirt and a design, and then you wash it like maybe 5-6 times, and then it start peeling. And whatnot.
Yeah.
We definitely
So-
don't
yes.
want that.
So you guys did your quality control and checked on that. So that's dope right there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So when you guys told family and friends that we're gonna start this brothers clothing line, was there any pushback? Did anybody say, these things fail all the time, blah blah blah? Was there any pushback, or is there a lot of support from the close ones?
Nothing but support.
Day
Nothing
one,
but support.
all support.
Yeah.
All support.
That's dope. That's
All
dope.
support.
Yeah, because a lot of times people, they say, "Oh, this one told me it's gonna fail," because sometimes things may fail, but you gotta let people kind of go through the motions, let them have an opportunity to try.
Right.
You never know who's actually going to hit. There's no like this person's going to be the one that hits.
Right.
Then
And like-
I feel like with people knowing Corey and I, you
Mhm.
know, just how we move and how we, just put that shit on, like people, it's only fitting that we did something together, So
Yeah.
I think that was a lot of it as well. Like I know y'all both can dress, so y'all coming, together on some shit like that.
Mhm.
Like,
It's
it
gonna
can
be
only go to
legendary.
the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They trusted y'all vision
Exactly.
Yeah.
just because of who y'all are.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
That's dope. So how did you two meet? Like I know your friends and everything, but how did this friendship and before I know you were friends before the business, so how did y'all start? How did friendship start?
Well, I was a Grady baby, so I was born on the west side.
Mhm.
And, I grew up in Adamsville, right? So I stayed, and then I went to school in Bankhead. So, it was tough over there. So family was like, "Yeah, we're gonna move."
Yeah, it is.
And so moved to the east side, Glenwood. Like that was any better.
I know.
But
it's like
so
Brooklyn to the Bronx.
Same thing.
Same thing.
So it's like then end up going out further out to Lithonia, but I was at the district, so they decided they didn't want me to go to any schools in that area. So
Mhm.
she heard about Avondale. It was a brand new middle school supposedly, and I got transferred there. I was out of middle school for like 2 weeks, so half the time I was just watching Buzz Lightyear at the crib all day, every day, eating noodles.
Hold up. So how old were you? You say
I was like 11.
High school. Okay, you talking like you was in high school. Like I just, you know what I'm saying? You was 11 years old.
No, yeah, they had to figure. It was a lot of, I don't know what it was. I was a kid. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I just know I went in school, so I was chilling. But I was like 11, 12 years old, and they finally got my paperwork and everything right with the school, I guess, or shots or whatever I need. I don't know.
He sounded like he was doing time, and he
Right.
I gotta get my
He was
paperwork.
way.
You know what I'm saying? They got my paperwork. I got released.
And I'm just speaking just because I don't know what happened, so I'm guessing it was some on paper that wasn't, But I started at Avondale Middle School, and I didn't actually meet Jerod till 7th grade. So that whole 6th grade, shoot, I ain't really had no friends. Like I was by myself most of the time, and I just happened to sit at a lunch table with him and another one of our friends named Mario. Shout out to Mario. They was just sitting there. And I was like, shoot, they look like they cool. So I just slid on in. We just started chopping it up.
Oh, you just slid. Corey, he was like,
I believe that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's usually how
It happened organically. Like at that time, I'm like, they wasn't like the other kids who was like claiming all this west side, east side stuff. Oh, you from this side? I'm like, bro, no, none of us own no street. No, none of us own no county or nothing. So you claiming something that I can't, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So they look like the closest thing to me.
You paying rent, bro. If you paying rent, you don't own nothing.
Right.
Not knocking anybody that pay rent, but you know
what I'm saying? So
you claiming streets you don't own. Like
no, I never understood that. But I saw them too, and they was calm, cool, eating their lunch. I'm like, I need to be with them people.
Okay.
And that's when I sat over there with them, and ever since 7th grade.
Damn.
Best friends, like since 7th grade, bro. Like we was 11, 12 years old.
That's
like almost like 20 years now, right?
Yeah.
easy.
Some good numbers. I had a similar thing with my best friend. I met him first day of high school. Like I didn't say, took the bus, asked him like how much for the bus. And then after that,
You talking about from the last
yeah,
podcast?
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, man, first day of school, high school. It was like, yo, how much for the bus? He was like, 50 cents. Man, 50 cents for a bus. Goddamn. It was a long time. Yo, show man, it was like, that was like 94, 50 cents for a bus. And I was
Ooh, 94?
like, shut up, man.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Don't say nothing.
I went number 3.
Okay, you said enough. So after, you know, saying this friendship of 20 years, and now you're saying, hey, let's start a business together. Did you guys have any trepidation, like going into business with your best friend? Like, what if, you know, most, you see the movies, you hear the stories about, you know, we were best friends, but then when money get involved and, you know, power and control,
Yeah.
you know, like, how do you guys, you know what I'm saying? How
Like,
do you deal with that? Like,
you go ahead, Rod.
We straight shooters. We blunt as fuck. Like, and I'm gonna tell you how it is. Like, I prefer for you to, you know, spare my feelings. Like, we keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we're probably the most two bluntest people you'll probably ever meet.
not to say I'm an asshole. We asshole.
I mean,
like, you don't.
We just honest. We just honest as they come. Like, if you show me something and you be like, what you think about that? I'm like, nah, I don't like that, bro. And he'll tell me all the time, like, we shoot designs to each other. Well, I shoot them to him, and he'll give me like critiques. Like, so that's how I take it. I don't take it as a, oh, you personal. Yeah, he tell me like, nah, that ain't it. Like, we need to. I'm like, okay, let me go back to the lab.
It's not something that you guys, you know, set out and said, hey, like, this is how it's going to be. Like, when we do this, we gotta put aside this. It's just more like your friendship and your actual friendship, more to speak. Like, you already do this in real time anyway, so doing it under this business moniker isn't going to change your communication.
Nope. Okay. Like, it's almost like all opinions are needed.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Because other people, you know, who your audience,
I said, yeah,
they're gonna have their own. So
yeah,
you gotta have your strongest opinion before.
And then it's like we already knew each other's strong suit. So he's a numbers guy, you know. He's real critical when it comes to numbers. I'm the design guy, so you know what I'm saying.
Does he? You do have a say in the design and the direction.
Yeah, but we both have a say in each. But I'll let him lead the way.
Okay,
on that part, as far as like logistics and ordering numbers and samples, like he has all that. He'll run it by me just for confirmation. But I'm like, that's his job that he's you know, titled to do. Then I got my part. That way everybody's not overwhelmed. You know what I'm saying? Because I can only imagine me trying to do everything, bro. Like you'll get tired. And I know it's a lot of people who do everything. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, we don't have to. Like, honestly, like, we kind of lucky that we met each other, you know, almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
Because, I mean, look what we're doing now.
Yeah. Like, we're a great team, and, you know, each other know they roles. Like, everybody got to know their roles on the team. And we know how to roll.
Yeah.
That's dope. So, so now that the line has been started and everything, where do you see yourselves? I know in Atlanta's full of, you know, people who got an idea, people who got something to sell, got a business, somebody a CEO. But in the fashion sense, like, where do you guys see yourself, and what is the climate like in Atlanta when it comes to high-end urban streetwear? Like, have you done any investigating, or do you just say we're going with our product, we don't care who's out there, or do you have like a lay of the landscape?
You got it, Corey.
I definitely do my research on like what's popular, like, you know what I'm saying? But then again, try not to get mixed up, and I don't want to resemble somebody else's brand. I just kind of peep what's hot right now. And then everything's a fad, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't get really caught up in these fads because it can die out just as quick as it started. So that's why we just kind of set out the brand ourselves just based on more so quality right now. So when people think of us, they think, oh, that's some high quality stuff. And now, like I know as of lately, we always kept it, you know, simplistic, clean. But, you know, we're starting to push the agenda because we see that, you know, people are more towards these graphical pieces of artwork, whether it's not on the shirt, on hats and stuff like that. Like, it's people out here that's really pushing the envelope on what you can do with clothing. You know what I mean? And I seen a post on Instagram yesterday. This guy, somebody questioned him about why his hoodie is $130. So he had to sit there and break it down. Like, you know, I got custom stitching throughout the top of the hoodie. I got this camo linen that's up under the base of the hoodie that you don't see, but it offers more comfort. I got these patches that I custom made myself that I got to glow in the dark that I put on these shirts on. Even when you cut the light off, you know, my logo is still gonna be seen. So I'm like, people don't, you know, understand that, but that's where the value comes in. And so I start to look at stuff like that. Okay, not to rip from it, but just to see what I can do as far as like, I don't want to make us feel like we're constricting our creativity or our vision. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we can. It's a lot we can do, and we ain't even scratched the surface yet, and we already seeing a good amount of success from it. So it's like I'm trying to take it even further where it's at. Like if we have us a little store, boutique type situation.
Yeah.
And Brookhaven set up, like that's my ideal goal. Like I know the location I want it to be.
Okay, because you put a specific city like Brookhaven.
Like
Jerod smiled like, yeah, he probably done said this a million times already.
He know I had like I done said it, you know what I'm saying? White brick foundation with the white inside, probably like marble flooring. Like, bro, I see the vision. It's just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, bro. It'll happen.
Okay. So when you what was I gonna say? So you know, within Atlanta, you're starting to set roots and put your flag down for your imprint.
For sure.
With brothers, I don't know if I asked you this before. What is the meaning behind brothers for those that don't know, like the significance of the B, and then, you know, is there any meaning behind it?
Brothers, like back to how we started originally when Corey was saying we was going to build it specifically around the Falcons and whatnot. They had a thing called the brotherhood, just going on.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to bite off that. So we all brothers in a sense, So like we had other designs with brothers on it and whatnot, but a lot of people gravitated to just the beat, like on my hat, and like we listened to the people and we gave them what they wanted. It's really been no looking back since.
Okay.
I find that we looked at it as just a more simplified way to represent what we already know. As far as like we know like where this design extended from, and we just didn't want to get wrapped up in just saying that on each of our pieces. So we was like, we need a symbolic piece to say what we're trying to say, but just in a subtle way, you know what I mean? So
okay,
I was like, why not? Let's just go with a B.
Well, that's cool. We got a question from the Peanut Gallery. One Tori Gibson wants to know who is your target audience and how do they find you? Because his grammar is not correct. It's not did they find you? How do they find you?
Tori. All right, now
college graduate.
Our target audience, I can break it up from age. Anywhere from 18 and up. I'm not gonna really put a limit. We don't make kids clothing, so that's what I'm saying. Like more so, if you can fit men's clothing, then get it. But we're not putting an age limit because we got even women wear our clothing more so than the men. Like we have a lot of women who buy our clothing. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened.
They support brothers, man. They let
brothers.
What
product do they buy the most of?
T-shirts, hoodies, the short sweatsuits, like pretty much everything, and that goes back to like the quality. Like women like quality items, clothing.
Women, they're more into the quality,
especially how stuff feels on their skin. So it's like it's not a coincidence they keep coming back. So and we always try to keep providing. But how do they find us? More so, a lot of them, through word of mouth. But we also spend, a good amount of money on ads every month.
So ads where, like, are you doing like? Is it strictly virtual digital, or is it like print ads around?
It's strictly digital ads.
Okay.
Facebook, through Instagram, pixel ads and stuff like that.
Okay.
Just opened up I think didn't we start a Google Ads account or not yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Started a Google Ads account, so we're gonna start running ads through that, and that's how most of the people, our new customers, find us now. It's strictly of advertisement.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
So, have you guys see, this is something that most people know. I know some friends who started businesses, and the word of mouth works at the beginning. It gets you going, but then
Yeah,
the transition into the real business sphere, like
yeah,
now we got to get into the ads. Now we
yeah,
got to get into, especially in this day and age with the social media and the internet.
yeah.
When did that hit you? Like, okay, now we got to start investing money into ads, so it's beyond our word of mouth. Like, what
Uh,
point did you get to that you said, okay, we've reached that level where we have to now expand?
I would say we started doing ads maybe what October, November of last year, quarter, like when we
Yeah,
got in the black sweatsuits.
Hmm.
yeah,
Like we that was our first time doing sweatsuits. So we wanted to make them visible to everybody nationwide. So when we run ads, it's nationwide because we have a huge following in Texas, Cali, uh,
Arizona,
yeah,
like,
Arizona, like Detroit. Like we get tons of orders from there. So
yeah,
like when we do ads, November of last year, the first time we really did ads, and it's really been no looking back since then.
for sure.
So you guys had, so you got what did it feel like when you realized, hey, we're selling merch all the way in Arizona, and you two boys from East Atlanta.
Yeah,
Like,
Right.
yeah.
what was that like?
East
It,
and
it,
West.
it's
It
it's exhilarating, man. Like
Hmm.
to see that happen. Like me and him, like we still talk about it to this day. Like we done touched almost, I want to say a little over 50% of the U.S.
Work.
yeah,
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 and,
Hawaii,
and and for us being as small as we are,
Bar.
we done touched half of the United States.
And then
yeah,
you attribute that strictly to just your online advertising, or
Just pretty. I
yes,
mean, 'cause that's the only way I don't know anybody in Arizona.
oh,
yeah,
okay,
You know what I'm saying? I do know somebody in Colorado. That's how we got to Colorado. But I mean, we got it that was word of mouth. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, most of the majority of our late success
yeah,
has been our first set of customer base and all new customers through through ads.
wow, that's amazing. That's
yeah.
that's really
Wow.
amazing.
Like we recently just had a customer in Houston. He went to the World Series and he had on one of our hats. I'm waiting on the pictures now, but yeah, he posted pictures. He took pictures in our brother's hat.
Okay, that's
He
Oh
dope.
wow, that's a good look right there.
could have wore any other hat. He wanted to wear a brother's hat to the World Series. I'm like, damn, appreciate that. So
Yeah,
we'll post those pictures when we get them.
that's cool. So the thing I like about y'all clothing is it's I can see where it is your style, because it's the especially the sweater and the short set sweater. Like, it's clean, simple and clean. Like, the material, like, it looks like you could look at it and be like, yeah, that's gonna last. If I wash that, I clean that, it ain't gonna lint up, it ain't gonna ball up. So, like, you said you used to, you send out for samples or whatnot. Like, do you have a, I don't want to give away your business, but have you found like a supplier that you rock with, or you still just searching out different suppliers for your materials?
I have well, we use several different suppliers. Like for hats, we go to one source. For t-shirts, we go to another source. So it's like three or four different vendors.
Uh-huh.
We use. Then depending on the article of clothing,
Okay.
we we may use. I may search out someone else, but most of the time, I get the t-shirts and the hats from like the same vendor.
Okay. And as far as your printing and whatnot, are you guys doing it yourself, or are you drop shipping? Do you have somebody that do? Because I know you guys got stitching in there, so it's not just vinyl or screen printing. This is stitching. So, do you have someone you rock with for that, like an actual manufacturer that you say, hey, these are the specs, let's go?
Yeah. Shout out to Cornelius Shelton. He has his own company called CBS Cornelius Shelton Enterprises,
Hmm.
and he handles all of our like embroidery, our screen print,
Hmm.
if need be vinyl, but we haven't really did that in a while. It's mostly just been all screen print and embroidery.
Okay. Yeah, and I think that lends to the embroidery lends to the high end feel and look to it.
Hmm.
It's not
Have you
just
all
go ahead.
thought of like accessories?
Yeah.
As far as like miscellaneous items we can sell
Yeah.
on the side. Yeah, we talk about that all the time.
What about like beanies and stuff for like brothers with dreads? So,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Like fit.
I mean, it's funny you say that. All that stuff is in the works right as we speak.
Okay,
Like it could be on somebody
Yeah.
like conveyor belt getting stitched up as we speak.
Yeah.
No, because I be checking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's some stuff on the way. Like, you know, we trying to push the envelope.
Okay, then that'll be nice. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
So you guys, two young brothers. How old are you guys?
30.
You're 30 years old. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys are young, man. You know what I'm saying? Got no kids, nothing like that. Nothing. Okay. So it's all business.
All business, man.
Okay. So ladies, a lot of ladies been hitting me up.
Nah.
No, okay. I'm
Nah.
gonna tell them no. I'm gonna tell them no.
No.
Corey
It's
said-
a distraction right now. So
Say
nah.
no, ladies. No.
I got a
can't.
girl for that, but that's
See.
Oh, you said you got a girl? Okay, but she understands. She understands.
She's a businesswoman herself, so she know.
one glowing spirit.
Okay. So have you? I mean, I'm looking at you, and I've known Corey for a minute, and he always told me about J-Rod. And have you guys ever thought about taking your knowledge that you've learned and going back to, let's say, some of the high schools from where you're from to just kind of to show them like, hey, Corey was once a prospect on basketball, decided this ain't for me, I'm quitting, and now look at him. He's an entrepreneur, co-CEO, co-owner. Have you guys thought about sharing your journey with the younger generation?
Oh yeah, we would love to. I feel like once we get to a certain level, we would want to, because like Corey, he the goat of graphic design, so he can teach kids that. Then it's like I learned stock options, so like I can teach the kids that, because it's a lot of info we're not privileged to, growing up. So we would love to.
Yeah, and that's me because I saw you as a stock trader, a stock options trader, an investor. Especially brothers that look like us. Hence play on word brothers. What's the name? That's normally not something that you hear someone your age say. Because I know for me, even growing up, it wasn't until I was in my late 30s that I started really paying attention to 401k, looking at different streams of investment to invest my money. What led for you to be that into finance, so to speak?
I started working at Macy's not too long after high school. It was this older cat, Z. He taught me about just trading shares at that time, mostly like penny shares and whatnot. So I just learned from that. He taught me the ins and outs of that. I made a little money here and there, but like during the pandemic, when the pandemic first hit, I bought this options card capital. He taught me just like the basics of it. But right after the pandemic, and it's just really been no looking back since then. Yeah, I done made money, lost money, but now I've been pretty consistent, at trading.
And you think that helps you with you guys with your business acumen and understanding the business that you're in? The fact that you ventured into that helps you now with managing money and predicting futures and all that stuff.
Yeah, it keeps you disciplined.
Okay,
very, very disciplined. So yeah, it all ties in together.
Okay. So Brothers Clothing, what do you guys look like? I don't want to be in your business, but as far as sales in the Yelly for the last 2 years, like, because I want to show people growth. I want to show them that this is not just talk.
Especially during the pandemic.
Yeah.
How has that been?
I think that's more your lane, Rod, because you see the numbers more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I just create.
This year, like we over 400-500%.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's all time. This year has been our best year so far, year to date.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And what's been your?
I'm sorry.
What's been your biggest mover, like as far as a line? Which line? Which item? Your biggest mover, like?
These hats.
Definitely the hats. The hats been moving.
We stocked these twice, I think.
Yeah.
Our sweatsuits, we were selling them as sets. Now you can buy them as individual single pieces, crew neck sort of shorts now. But mostly the hats, like the hats, been our biggest consistent seller.
Yeah.
People love the hats. They love the comfortability and just the design. We get several DMs of people wanting to know like where we get the hats from. So, I send it out because we're on my store.
Yeah, we ain't gonna bite it. Like, hey, bro, you can go get it, But we already we the go-to guys. So I mean, we set the tone.
Yeah, and my favorite, the hat that I like to look at, I'm gonna put on screen, is, let's share the screen. Hold on a second.
The sweatsuit for me, ain't tough.
Appreciate it.
Tough.
Yeah, the sweatsuit, the sweatsuit is tough. I ain't going front.
And that's dope that, the ladies like that, that sweatsuit, because, just like you were saying, like it depends on what they, they're not gonna put anything on them.
Yeah, and I can see what I can.
That's
See.
great that y'all are.
Yeah, that hat with the with that pattern. What is that called?
Quilted.
The quilted. I
Yeah.
like that look right there. Is that like one of your biggest sellers there?
Oh yeah, the quilted. Yeah, most of them are. I think all of them are quilted.
Yeah, all of them are. It's just different.
They just different colors.
Yeah, I see you. So Corey, you be doing all the media marketing stuff?
Yeah,
I
do.
see.
I had to let people know it. It's
Oh, look at that boy. He got transitions and everything.
Did you see it?
I see that boy over there know what he's doing.
Man,
that's dope. So tell me about the pop-up shop.
When they go, you go. Oh yeah, the pop-up shop was a huge success.
Oh yeah.
I want to say we did what 1,100, 1,200 that one day
in 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours.
Like that.
And that was our first pop-up shop.
Yeah.
We always been, just, post on Instagram. So people really haven't got a chance to like meet us, interact with us. It's just always DMs and whatnot. So that was our first pop-up shop. And like we did that shit.
Yeah, and this is some footage of it here. That's
yes,
nice.
sir.
Where was this location at?
Monroe Drive, in Atlanta.
Yeah, at the Black Label.
At the Black Label event space. Black Label event space.
That was a good setup right there. I like.
Yeah, man. We got there early, man. Like we were the first ones there. Last one to leave.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like literally, like no cap on it at all. Like we got there. The event didn't start till what, 1?
Yeah.
We were there at 11:30.
I mean, that's what you're doing. I see it. I see the okay.
And we had a lot of foot traffic from 1 to 4.
Yeah, because I'm telling you right now, you look at the brand, you look at the quality, you look at just the design. It seems like it's been around for a minute. Like I ain't doing no smoke or nothing. I'm looking at it like this looks quality. Like it ain't no fly by night. You guys got great presentation, and
3 years, man. It took 3 years just to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. So how many years before you started? Like, did you guys was it all 3 years or 3 years prior to you starting?
No, this is included in the 3 years right here because we didn't launch the brand till 18.
Okay.
In the summer of 2018, that's when we dropped our first little collection of stuff was the no cap outfits, and we didn't want to get too like wrapped up in that whole little notion of that movement.
Yeah.
It was just to catch people's attention.
Okay.
It was essentially just to be like, hey, everybody's saying this. How about we take it and capitalize on it? Okay. And so we went from capitalizing on it to monetizing on it. Now we reaching out on all these different levels with the clothing, and it all started with that. But we already knew we didn't want to get wrapped up in a phrase to be our brand. So we just took it and kind of just built on top of it and layered it up so we can get to where we at right now.
Okay, so you want to be the brand. You don't really want to use gimmickry.
No gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
No gimmicks.
Okay. So as far as the brand goes, like, where do you guys see yourself in, let's say another 3 years? Let's go 3 to 5 years. Like, what is BRTHRS Clothing Do you guys have like a manifest written on a board somewhere, or is this just all in your head? You guys have a secret language that you speak to each other, like
A mantra.
I mean, Jerod, you can come in when you want. I mean, we definitely sit down. Like we have at least 2 meetings a month where we just sit and we just talk. And it can be about the brand as of right now.
Mhm.
It can be about what we did in the past, so we can see what we need to change later.
Mhm.
Or it can be about, okay, once the clothing is set and the money and whatever comes with it is coming in with the brand, what else do we want to venture off and do as far as like being still involved with brothers? Like, I don't think we really got anything concrete, because like we're still in the, basically, as far as brands goes, we still in the infancy stage.
Okay.
You know, people say it take like 10 years to build a brand, you know what I mean? So we definitely still in the infancy stage. So I feel like me personally, I do think about stuff, but I try not to get too wrapped up in what can happen 10 years from now.
Okay.
I just really try to focus on what we can do right now to make a difference. And then once all that stuff come, it'll come. I mean, we got a lot of ideas. You know, we want the store, you know, we want to, you know, add these items and get a warehouse. Like, we want all that stuff, but we know we can't really.
You can't rush that.
Yeah. So we just kind of take our time and try to fix what we can now, so we can make sure we get to that point with no problem.
Bet. So, you guys working on any kind of collaborations in the future, like brothers times?
Rod, then you have a friend of yours named Ryan?
Oh yeah, Ryan. I am Ryan Noble. He did want to do a collaboration. You know, we still in the talks of, you know, everything that we do. But yeah, we wouldn't mind doing a collaboration with, you know, partnering brands that, you know, have the same, you know, morals and same standards that we want, like as far as, you know, quality products. Like, we can't just partner with anybody. We can't.
Yeah.
It has to be equal.
Bet. That's pretty cool. So I mean, you know, J-Rod, I've been, you know, Instagram stalking you, doing my little research. I saw you, you know, at you know, you gotta figure, you see what's in the mind of people, what's going on. So I ain't really stalking you. Let's call it research.
Yeah.
So I saw you at
R&D, man. R&D.
I saw you at it would look like a conference, circle of CEOs or whatnot. What was that about?
Great. Great.
They basically they give you, you know, just they show you how to leverage credit and how to, you know, make it work for you, how to have trade lines, and just a lot of info we're not privileged to.
Yeah. And that's why I brought it up, because it's something like you don't see a lot of brothers, like you said, coming up, you didn't know, and now that you're in business, like the fact that you're seeing all these things, and now you're seeing it, how it can affect your business. But you can continue talking about it.
Yeah, they taught us how to leverage, you know, trade lines, credit lines, how to, you know, pull out credit, how to pull off cash off your credit card, then pay it back. It's just, you know, him 500, Mr. 2 Weeks,
Yeah.
Jason. They teach you about trucking,
Neo Davis and all them, man.
Mm-hmm.
The 4K pathway, Airbnb, mobile home flipping.
Yeah.
Turo, all that. Like, it's
My wife and I don't get into it. Like the
it's
home, you know, stuff.
yeah. You remember I was talking to you about that?
Yeah.
On the last few, like, you know, they was just giving out $1 million worth of game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things out here that makes people a lot of money, or people can get access to a lot of money. And, you know, we just never got the knowledge, you know. But I mean, even before we went there, we had some knowledge.
Yeah.
But, you know, when they get in there, they really break it down. And it's like, man, bro, we if we would have known this, you know what I'm saying, before, you know, while we was in college or right after college or something like that, we could have been better prepared for the world, because, you know, school ain't really do that at all.
Well, you know, school, like anything else, like college education, it teaches you for the specific.
Yeah, but when it comes to that real world,
but the life, you know what I'm saying? That's why life itself is more than a job.
Yeah.
Like, you can get a degree and go work for somebody the rest of your life. That's cool. but ultimately, if you're working for somebody else, you're not really going to get rich.
No.
You're going to make some money. You're going to survive, especially in this day and time. You'll survive, but to know, like you said, knowing about credit, knowing about investments and how to maneuver to make money and make your money work for you. I mean, in my time, I've learned a lot. You know, especially just with the real estate stuff. I remember when someone said, "Oh, you know, if you flip a house, you take that money and you just put it into another house." And I was like, "Well, how do you make money?" It was like, but I make money based on the fact that I have these properties worth this much. Now I can leverage that to get a loan to do this. But as long as I can flip my money, I don't pay taxes. But I can still pay myself. I can buy this property with the money I just made off this other one. Don't never have to pay capital gains tax. But then from that money, I can just pay myself
Right.
as an employee. But that money will never get taxed. And I'm like, these are the things no one ever taught us. Or we weren't privy to. Let's put it that way.
Who was it?
We weren't privy
at all.
So you guys, I'm extremely proud of you guys. Like,
appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying? But we got some things we want to find out about. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So the posing thing, right? The social media, like what? Like I know we tease Corey about it, but it's effective. Obviously, it's effective.
It's effective. It's effective.
You know what I'm saying? But when did you realize? You know what I'm saying?
Because y'all got it down to a science.
When did y'all realize this?
I'm just being honest.
This shot right here.
Like, look at that.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Like Corey got one too. I gotta find it.
Corey got a couple.
Corey got his whole Instagram.
But it's effective though.
You know what I'm saying? But who takes the pictures, first of all?
I think Corey
takes it because I'm like, yo, first of all, they're dope. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But I'm super happy that you guys are leveraging social media and social media trends because we joke about it, but it's extremely effective because if you go to a bunch of other people's pages, like these are people without clothing lines and they do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like you guys are saving a whole lot of money on photography and paying photographers and getting a 400% return. So when did you guys realize that, hey, I look good posing in front of my car?
Honestly, like,
when did that happen?
Me and him used to talk about. We used to like this came with the research, right? When I tell you, I go and I look at other brands, so it'd be like looking at these other brands, and I'm like, okay, what are they doing that we're not doing that keeps them successful?
Yep.
Or keeps their product moving. First off, if you're selling a product, I need to see what this product looks like on a human being. Like, I just don't want to see it laid out. I just don't want to see it, folded up in a bag. Like, I need to see it in real time with somebody who looks like me or somebody who would, who has some swag or who would do it, put their own little spin on it. I need to see somebody like that.
Yeah.
So that's when I used to tell Rod, like, bro, we just need to, when we go out, we just need to start, take a picture. It can be random. Like, you probably won't even know I took a picture of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just in the moment. And we actually been talking about, my little sister took that picture. Shout out to her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it just pays to go to an art school sometime. Like, taking them photography classes, learning angles and all this stuff, all these different apertures. I can, play with the camera and stuff like that. But I mean, seeing somebody with the product in hand,
mm-hmm.
and who has that image, like when you have that image, I mean, you're gonna sell. You know what I'm saying? Like, they look at it, they're like, well, it looks good on him. So that's one reason why, me and him kind of started working out too.
I know. I was gonna lead into that. I was like, you guys are your own models, so that means you be hitting the gym.
Man, I was at the gym this morning at 7:30.
The brain,
And so yeah, like, just stay, like, it's a part of our lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So,
It's
the
part of the
clothing.
brand. So you can say it's part of the brand, like
yeah. So I mean, that's when we started realizing, though, like, looking at other brands and like they have to see the product on somebody. Like, they just don't like just laying it out like that. It's good every now and then to let them know you moving items.
Yep.
People definitely want to see that you're selling. I saw that as well, but then also going back looking at what post does the best as far as like, okay, this post got 200 likes. and this one got 386. So therefore, you need to mimic. See, like brothers, like that was. I told the barber, hit me up. Shout out to Bane the barber, one of the dopest barbers in Atlanta. Jerod can attest to that. You know, just shots like that when people see it, you know, and they're going to associate it with the image of that person.
Okay.
Which could lead to a 400% sale if you're lucky.
Okay. And I mean, you're living the brand. You guys are the brand, so it makes total sense.
Now, you see the water, man. Like when everybody just don't sit and drink this. Ain't that right, Rod?
Well, I'm drinking my filtered water out of mine.
It's
What kind of water though?
It's filtered.
It's organic water.
It's organic water.
And that's sad. We gotta ask for organic water.
What for? Is there really such a thing as organic water? Are you guys kidding me? Like,
I don't know.
Like that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't have to be that way.
Yeah, like organic water. It's water.
Like, you know, water. Yeah.
Yep. So any let's say we've talked about the good, but what's some of the negative things? I don't know if they have what's some of the negatives so people can understand that it's not all shits and giggles. It's like what's some of the
Rod, no,
and
he got the numbers
and the lessons learned.
Go ahead.
Negative? I wouldn't say
negative, but you know, lessons learned. Like everything we know in business, everything doesn't go smoothly all the time. But you know, things that popped up when you started off, like, oh, I didn't know about this, and we took a little hit here, but we learned from that.
Like surprisingly, like we haven't, you know, like lost any money on any release. We have dropped because we're so small. Like we do sell out majority of our items.
Okay.
So, one issue we did have was last year when we did our sweatsuits. We had a manufacturer. We had 20 sweatsuits, 10 black, 10 cream, off-white color. When they arrived, the pants, like I wear a medium small, I'm like what 6'1", 6'2". Like the pants literally fit like capri pants on me. So like we had to,
like children pants. They was children pants, bro.
You know, it was a process of like we was in limbo with this particular manufacturer for what 3 months, maybe.
Yeah, because we put the order in when before November, like October. We didn't get the suits till like 1st of February.
Yes. And we still sold out, but it was a lot of back and forth. It's like how these even made it past, you know, QC. Like,
yeah, if they got one, you know what I'm saying. But also, y'all missed out on probably one of the dopest color sweatsuits because you didn't even see the creams because that said company said, oh, we don't have that material. I'm like, they sent the material at first, but all the pants and things were short. So they had the creams, then they sent them off, but we had to send them back because they was defect. Then we sent them back. They email us back saying, oh, we can't provide the cream anymore. We can't seem to locate the material. And they tried to suggest that I change my color and my design and go with a different. I'm like, bro, that ain't how that works.
Yeah.
You know, you don't hit up Polo and be like, hey, we can't do that plaid pattern, so you might want to go with it. He's going to find somebody else who can do it.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're still looking. We ended up keeping that second batch of black ones. But, you know, they knew we was cutting ties with them after that. And, you know what I'm saying? We still out here sourcing different companies who can provide the quality, the colors that we want. Material. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we try to do everything in the States. Like, we try not to import a lot because of, you know, time constraints and coming over the water, bro. Like, you might not see nothing for like 2-3 months. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to.
That is true.
So everything you see that's done is done. 90% of our stuff is done in Georgia. Norcross, Georgia, to be exact.
So you're local.
We local. Like, we can drive out there and go pick it up if need be.
We do.
George Rod do. He goes and, you know, pick, like,
I ain't paying for shipping.
And like most of the companies that we source from, not even on the production side, like for Fresco, I get my hats, they come straight from Fairburn, Georgia. Alpha Border?
Yeah, Alfred Water. That's
North Cross, like Rod will he'll put an order and pick it up that afternoon. So like we can, it's that easy.
Saving shipping, because shipping like
Yeah.
$30 to $50. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
no.
a gallon of gas is 3 something. So it's like
You see what I'm saying?
that's good business acumen.
Gas. So I don't even look at it, bro. I just put what I can, and you know how much go in there. That is what it is. I just drive until I got to get some more.
Oh, you just drive till we get some more?
I haven't looked, bro. I haven't looked at a gas price since I got my first car. I just don't look. I just put 20 in there.
Corey. That ain't normal.
It ain't, but I never been that way. I don't look at gas prices, bro.
I mean, Mike, I wish I had a life like Corey. Like this, he said,
"Hey,
so you got it twisted because it ain't like that. It's to the point where if I see something too high, it's disgraceful. So I just be like, you know what?
I ain't even
See what 15 gonna get me. We gonna see what 15 get me today. That's what it is. Like it's not like, bro, I don't know. $10 a gallon, I ain't worried about it. No, it's like, bro, just see what this 10 get me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we'll figure it out.
You get there. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So
$10 to get me down the street. Get me down the street.
Yeah, $10 get me back to the house.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You do that math and you do that little figuring out. You're like, yeah, 15 last week got me up and down 85 a couple times.
You start. That's when you become a whole. Like you got your whole hypothesis down. Okay, I spent 10 to get this way. Going Jonesboro is about the same distance, so that maybe if I had another $2, I might be straight. I know my car now, so
okay, yeah, your car is also a model. Does your car get credit?
It get credit when I pay that note every month.
Okay,
that's fair. That's fair.
That car don't need no more credit. I need more credit.
So is you need more credit?
I do, literally.
So is Brothers you guys full-time job now, or is it still your passion project?
It's full time for me because when I'm not working, shoot, it's a whole nother 8 hours at the house.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So I'm in my office.
So people don't know you're a graphic designer by trade, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm in here. I'm touching a computer 80% of the day.
Okay.
Or I'm on my phone looking at some stocks or some crypto. But other than that, I'm on some type of technical device doing some work.
Okay. About you, Jerod?
It's my. I mean, it's my passion. It's my passion. I still work my full-time job, so I'm posting throughout the day on the Instagram page or whatnot. But I'm just finding a medium between the two. I spend more days. Well, I spend more time posting at work than anything.
Okay, that's
and also like for people,
don't let work find that out. Don't let that work find that out.
And for people who like
my trade, I do my trading at work.
Okay.
And like so for people who still like work their full-time jobs, if you like your job, if you're happy or whatever, even if you don't, just depend on your situation.
Yeah.
Just don't be so quick to want to quit. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it is some benefits you can get your 401k, your health, your dental, your vision. So just use them for as long as you can before they use you. Before you know what I'm saying. So you ain't gotta always just I'm gonna start my own business. I'm out of here. Like no, don't ever jump out like that. Like
And that's why when I mentioned earlier for you guys, I know you said earlier when I said about teaching the youth, it's not about not saying that you guys need to wait another 5 years till you're super successful. I'm seeing you guys are successful right now, considering where we came from. You know what I'm saying, and where you came from. That these are messages that you guys might need to get out there, and these kids, and also they are your target audience. So if they get to see you, they might be like, "Oh, I mess with Corey, I mess with J. Rob, blah blah blah, Brothers Clothing." So that's just an idea out there, and I might have something in the works. I might be reaching out to you guys, and you might.
I would love to.
Yeah, I really think that's a great option for you guys, considering what you've done with your brand. But I was going to ask the next thing I was going to ask. You said who's from Adamsville? Corey.
Yeah.
So do you think, like we always talk about where we're from, does where you're from significantly impact the way you guys go about doing your business as far as the the branding, the styling, all that stuff? Because a lot of people, they use the hood and they talk about the hood, but then they go Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? So is there any kind of like, hey, I do this because of experiences I had in this particular situation that's motivating me to be the best I can? Or is it just basically I'm Corey, I'm super slick, you know what I'm saying, good dresser, and I'm into fashion?
I'm not gonna lie. I've always been into fashion. Like I know a lot of people don't know this from the Art Institute, but I took like two or three fashion electives.
I know. I
I
saw
was
you.
out. You saw it, so
Yeah,
it
we
was like
saw.
We saw. We had cameras in the room. We could see. We didn't know you were taking it for the fashion. We
So-
thought you were taking it for the fashion.
no, but I mean, and some of the girls in there can attest to this. I used to like blow them out the water. You know what I'm saying? As far when it came to like mood boards and fashion boards and stuff like that, teachers would be like, "Oh, Corey got his whole concept together. He got his seasons broken up by the colors." And I mean, some elementary stuff everybody would do, but
No, I wouldn't do that, bro. Like,
I mean,
I got a black sweater on. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is information I that you think is commonplace, but most people don't know. Like, most people will go out into the world and see a shirt, see your product, and be like, "Oh, that looks nice." But in you guys have a whole strategy. So you have your mood boards, you have your colors that you're like, these are going to be the new fall colors. So
Yeah.
like that's what I'm getting at. Like when you guys sit down and talk, are you that in depth? Like, okay, the next release is going to be in the spring. So
definitely.
these are the new colors. So that's what I want to get at. Like, what is that like? What are your meetings like for that? For your planning for the year?
It's definitely in debt. Like me and him because I when I first started the brand, I implemented a color palette a long time ago because I'm big on color theory. I'm big on how certain colors evoke certain emotions.
Yep.
So like, for instance, like when you pass a Burger King or McDonald's, you may not be hungry at the time, but when you look up, like, let me go ahead and get this small fry. Let me go ahead and get this burger. Like those colors evoke or makes you hungry. For some reason, they say it's been psychologically proven.
Yeah.
That's why certain colors are associated with certain, you know what I'm saying?
Like the yellows and the reds.
Yeah, the yellows and the reds and stuff like that.
Yeah, they all got it in their color scheme, even Burger King.
Yeah, it's some type of it from Crystal's, Burger King, you know what I'm saying?
Wendy's.
You go to Wendy's, it's a red or it's a yellow in there somewhere. Bojangles,
In-N-Out,
Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Look at them. It's not by chance that happened. Like they know the graphic designer knew what he was doing, and so that's how I try to apply that to brothers clothing. We put out certain colors around a certain time. Me and him talk about this all the time.
So what is that like? What is that like? What is? I don't know if that's a trade secret you want to give away, but
I mean
it's an understanding of how brothers.
That's something they can definitely go research because I mean certain like certain colors just kind of match a certain season. Like to a person like me, when you think of fall, what colors you think of?
I'm thinking
orange,
like oranges, the real like
brown,
dark yellows and stuff like that.
Okay, so like when I think of it, I think of those colors too, but I'm also thinking secondary and tertiary. So it's like, okay,
what is tertiary?
Big words, right?
It's like the third.
Okay.
So like you got your primary,
like
your secondary, then your tertiary. So it's like I could be saying it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's that.
No, that's right.
Okay.
I know how to say the word.
That was a test. I didn't know what it was.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, so
yeah, I know how to say it. I just don't know what it
is. It's like your third alternative.
Okay, that's okay. Like almost like a highlight color.
Yeah, so it's like I break it down from initial color palette, then the hues of that color palette, and then colors that complement both. So it can go into depth. I can't really sit here and be like, okay, there's like how I put the on the last one when I had the gray hat on, with the blue, and then I had that steel blue, which is a whole nother type of blue. Like that blue would be complementary to that gray and that steelish gray blue that was in it, but they're all a part of the same
outfit
palette.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at clothing. I don't look at it to be like, okay, this is red, so these gonna be red, and this is gonna be red. or even this is red, this is black, and this is going to be great. I'm thinking red. Okay, what would this orange and brownish look like with this green, or like I'm thinking so in depth because I want us to be different. I want us to stand apart. Everybody gonna put out the same color schemes. I already know. You know what I mean? Only people who really gonna take it up a notch is the people who already been established for over 100 years already. So it's like I got the knowledge, and I passed game to Rod. Now he know, okay, so he looking up certain materials now to the point where he looking at colors I ain't even thinking of. You know what I'm saying? Like at the time. So that's how in depth we get about our next approach for each season or each. You know what I'm saying? So it can get real in depth when we talking colors.
Okay. So when you do your planning, when do you start? Like, so you guys already know what you're doing for spring of next year, or how far out do you reach?
You want to talk about that?
You got it. You go ahead.
Well, we already got something in the work for winter, and while that's in the works, we do look forward to the next one. Like we're talking about, some more custom sew pieces, for the spring that we want to try. So we may have to find like a seamstress or a manufacturer who can provide that. So yeah, we're already thinking about spring.
Okay.
Right now. So it's like, yeah, we got that whole idea conjured up in our head from head to toe, literally. Like we got the whole idea ready just to lay out. We just got to find the right people to do it.
Okay.
Then like per season, we try to offer or bring, to our customer base a different article of clothing, whether, it's a beanie like for winter, fall, winter, or for summer, spring, we do bucket hats, tank tops. So, we always try to add something new every single time.
Well, speaking of that, we had a question come in. Question is, when the Letterman jacket coming in? Now, I saw that question. I'm like, when are the Letterman jackets coming in? Because that would look hard.
Trust me. We've talked about it. We definitely talked about it. We've been talking about this for like over a year.
I mean, it needs to happen. I know some people who put out some Letterman jackets that I got to go buy now. You know what I'm saying? Because they look hard. I never got one in high school, so I always
either.
Those type of same here.
Yeah,
I lost mine.
So
damn.
Closest thing I had to a Letterman was an Aku jacket I bought.
The Aku joint.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, y'all remember that? It was that yellow one.
That's T.I., right? That's T.I.'s joint.
Yeah, I used to wear that thing all the time, bro. That joint was so hard, and but we definitely been talking about. We was actually looking up some people who do that. Right now for a high quantity, we just don't see it. We just don't see it being feasible.
It's expensive
right now.
Yeah, I got a homeboy who does it for like HBCU paraphernalia, does it for CAU, and I mean he's been moving it like. And through that CAU family, he got like big names.
He got colleges like they got bread to blow.
No. But he's doing it his own take on it. It's not like officially.
Oh, okay.
His own take on it, and he's doing numbers like. And plus, he came up in that era where he's
doing custom. He make them himself.
Yeah, he designed. He came up with design. I think he has somebody that manufactures it for him, but he has them out there. Like,
I would definitely like to get in touch with his manufacturer.
Yeah,
I'll see if that's feasible for us to get into. Because I mean, from what we've seen, I'll get one for myself. I don't know about.
I'll give you his info before at the end of the show afterwards. But yeah, he does his own thing from HBCU, and he got a lot of people. Like he had Shaka Zulu, he had Kenya Barris, and all of them wearing it.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's why I was like,
because you already know I got you on the Letterman. Once we do it, like it's gonna be hard. Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
I know that. That's why I'm reaching out. I saw Lango.
It's gonna be tough, bro. Yeah. We got you, Lango. Don't worry. 2X. I got you.
Now I'm glad we talking about products and I'm glad J-Rod here. Now I've been waiting on the chain.
He been wanting your necklace. He been wanting your necklace for like a year.
I saw that. I said, "That's a chain."
So J-Rod, what's up?
Yeah, like what? You got to do something for the Rockefeller. Is that the thing?
You know what I'm saying? What we gotta do?
You know, you got to earn it. You know,
We gotta- we got to
what is
sweep
it?
the legs off of somebody.
Hey,
you might just have to, you know.
You might
What I'm
have
saying?
to,
You
man.
might just have
We
to.
might have to
All right.
catch a body. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing, and what scared me is Mike didn't even say no. He like, okay,
He is
I
from,
might have to catch this body.
he is from Morrow. You know how they do in
Tell him
Morrow.
again. Tell him again where I'm from, Lynn.
That boy from McDonough in the dark, man. You better don't sleep on them boys in McDonough.
Where'd you go to Morrow High School?
For sure.
Where they beat up the Chick-fil-A man?
Hey, they did. They did. That's a great
I'm pretty
story.
sure he was a nice guy. What do you do?
I know it's a Chick-fil-A man. Like
I'm pretty sure he was respectful. I'm pretty sure he was decent.
I guess I can talk about it. It's a courtyard. You know, they put him on the other side of the courtyard. You know, me being a student, and you know, I am from Morrow. You know, so I'm like, that don't look like a good place to put him away from, you know, safety. So, but long story short, they took some sandwiches, roughed him up a little bit. You know, he's an older gentleman, very nice dude.
He's a Chick-fil-A man. They all nice dudes.
Took the y'all know the cash box. I'm sure y'all seen it before. The little box they carry with them. Took that. Had a getaway car.
They took the whip.
Oh, had a whip. Never had Chick-fil-A the rest of the year.
I wouldn't blame you. I would take y'all right off the list. Like, please.
That's terrible.
Dang. They did it for Chick-fil-A. You know, I just need a chain. So it's nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back with you. Yeah, we gonna figure something out. You know, we most definitely gonna figure.
Just let me know when the Letterman jackets and the beanies come in for the brothers with big
Boy,
hair.
I'm telling you, man. I get my hands on the Lettermans for us, bro. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be an epic Letterman, bro. Just know that. Real graphical. Color's gonna be nice, but you're gonna love it.
Real leather.
Yeah.
Real leather.
Real leather.
Real.
Had to make sure you say that real.
Yeah, give me that Method Man in you know what leather jacket I always wanted. I don't know if y'all remember the Method Man bring the pain video where he's on the subway and he had that butter soft level.
Was Mary J. Blige in it or something?
Well, she was in that. She was in a remix. All I Need. He wore it in there too, but in the Bring the Pain video, he has it's like 3/4 long. I've been wanting that for years. I swear to God, I've been so many places, and I'd be like, "Yo, that looks like it, but that don't look like it." I'm showing my age.
I know that feeling.
But I don't be like into fashion. Like I just want certain things. Like so that Letterman jacket. If anybody got it, I know my man. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna get my Letterman. He already told me the price and everything. Pretty affordable. You know what I'm saying? I might be my Christmas gift to myself.
Hey man, treat yourself.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat myself. But you know, before we go, I wanted to any funny stories for you too? Like, you know, as far as coming up in the business, like starting your business, any funny stories, you know, funny people, you know, interesting meets that you had now that you're out here in the world because you're getting noticed. So I'm sure people are noticing you guys and noticing the brand.
For sure.
I would say it was like a humbling experience. One time me and Corey was having a business meeting at Twin Peaks, and we saw one of our customers.
Which
totally.
One out there, Buckhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Totally random. What level you on? Because
he said,
Buckhead.
Okay. We know why you're here, sir. We know why you're here. Okay.
Go ahead.
We saw one of our customers. It was like one of our first times seeing like one of our customers completely random in one of our shirt and hat.
Yeah,
so
we
like,
saw
that.
That was dope.
That was like a truly humbling experience. You know,
did y'all stop them and take a pic, or was it?
Oh yeah.
We got a picture.
Yeah.
They believe that it was you guys. Like, nah, y'all ain't the brothers.
Now he's a repeat customer. So
okay,
he's familiar.
Yeah, you know, we dapped up and spoke and whatnot, but that was like one of our first times like seeing
so
somebody.
Do you still get that feeling like whenever you see somebody like
I'm always had that feeling.
Like it's gotta be surreal. Like it's something you create and it goes out into the ether and you think, you know, I'll never
see it again, but then you like, there it is.
It's almost like deja vu. You see it and you're like, isn't that? Isn't that one of our shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause, like it's oh go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead. It's something else. Go ahead.
Nah, but it's like it's a dope experience to you know, just to see all the what people don't get to see, like all the back and forth we have when creating the design and whatnot. So like it's tough getting people to like something enough to buy it, you know. So like when they actually spend
That's the
their
hardest part.
Yeah, that's
hard earned money on it, like that's it so dope. Like
Yeah.
like that's got to be real, like
yeah,
fulfilling and surreal for y'all because
yeah, it's very
even with anything
rewarding.
in this world, once you know, like being an artist or whatever, you create something, it's cool to you, but when you see other
I
people,
hope they like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
but when they turn to you and be like, "Yo, I fucks with this," like,
Yeah, that'd be
Like
dope.
for real.
yeah, you'd be like, "Damn, this was just something I thought was cool," but it's to see
Yeah.
people, yeah, that's amazing, man. Go ahead, Corey.
One story, I think I told Jerod this, and I didn't know if it was him or not, but I mean, I had a guy buy 3 hats on my personal side on Fresco Threads, and he bought 3 hats at retail for 30 a piece, right? And he was in Texas. I think it was in Austin, Texas. And I'm a big basketball fan, so I know I'm pretty familiar with roughly almost everybody in the league.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the name on the
order.
And I'm like, she said Buddy Hill.
Buddy, you got Buddy on there?
Buddy.
I don't think it was him.
You don't think
that's the story. Like I tried it because it was in Texas, and I'm like, what team is he on right now? It kind of tricked me because I'm like,
Sacramento.
is he still with Sacramento?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's ain't
ties in Oklahoma.
He got ties in Oklahoma and Texas. Yeah, he went to school in Oklahoma. But I don't think he was from Oklahoma. He's from.
But this is in Austin, Texas, I think.
Yeah, but he could be living there. Like
that's what I'm saying. I wasn't sure. It said Buddy Hill, and I went on his Instagram after that just to see how heavy he is in the hat game, and like every picture he had a damn hat on. So I was like,
he could have rocked with it.
If I see the ATL, bro, hey, I'm sending him some more. I'm sending him some more. He's a brand ambassador. He ain't even have to ask. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna find the address and keep sending. Like, bro, you can have it. But yeah, that was a weird story because I didn't know if it was him or not, and I still haven't concluded if it is. But I don't know too many people named Buddy.
There ain't a lot of people named Buddy. There's my buddy. There's Buddy Hill. Buddy Cienci. He was the main.
But then it had Healed on it, so I'm like,
yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, like
it said Buddy Hill. I told Ron this. I was like, Buddy Hill,
especially in the league. There's
only one
Buddy.
DMs to be like, hey man, if it's really you, I got some hats we want to send you as a brand.
Yeah, and you can just have them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that was a very weird and confusing story at the time because I wanted concrete evidence. Like, is this you? Is it you or not?
It could be a stylist, just using
probably that's probably what it was. But you know, we'll see. You'll see it on his page soon. I hope so.
Yeah. So is that something? Speaking of that, is that something you guys do currently? Like work with stylists and whatever? Is that something you're thinking about? Like connecting with stylists around town who may put your article of clothing on somebody?
We would love to.
A video shoot.
That's actually a dope idea. Like we would definitely. I mean, that was one of our reasons for doing the pop-up, just to network. Really, like it wasn't necessarily about the making sales. Like we met a lot of dope brands there as well. Like Hush Apparel. Shout out to Chelsea. Her sister has her own clothing brand called Setting Tones. This shirt right here.
Who's that shirt? Because I like that.
Her name is I think her name is Amy. I'm not sure, but the name of the brand is it's called Cove Clothing, and you can it's a graphic on the back too. So like
that's like okay, that's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, and and she bought some items from Brothers Clothing. Actually, she bought some again the following day. No, it wasn't the following day. It was like on a Monday because the pop-up was on a Saturday. And she bought like multiple items at the pop-up shop so much and they liked the item so much that when her husband saw it, he was like, "Oh, I need some." They hit us up again.
Yeah.
I don't do this. We don't do this all the time, but she hit us up, and I had met her personally. and gave her other items. You know, Rod packed them up for me. We exchanged and I dropped them off. But so
yeah.
like, yeah.
Y'all don't do Uber fashion, like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Like
Uber
DoorDash,
fits.
the
We
DoorDash, yeah, Uber fits. Like
no.
I would
That's
be.
not a bad idea.
That's not.
It would be dope,
See, Jerod,
It's
see,
not
but
a bad
I'm
idea.
not gonna do it. I'm
J-Rod.
not gonna drive.
But I
No,
ain't,
no, I'm not driving. Okay.
but I'm saying if you could tell people if you local and within this radius, you order the outfit, we can have it, and you pay like the
I don't think
$20.
nobody has done that.
That would be a
on the
great.
street
You guys
team
put
or
that out
something.
there, like we put it in the
Hey,
Uber.
cut the last 5 minutes of this out.
Yeah.
Cut the last 5 minutes out.
Can't do that. It's streaming live, bro.
Oh,
But
oh,
we'll take it off the replay. We'll take it off the replay. But that's a great idea. I never thought about that. Like,
that's dope.
get some
Because
clothes.
you'll be
What's the liberal
surprised how many people be like, oh, can I? Because I mean, I hate that some people like this, but I feel like now we're starting to get that recognition as a brand that you can't just hit us up for like same day, like, oh, can you bring this? Like, you know, when people see, I hate to say it, you know, black entrepreneurs making something,
Mhm.
they don't seem to always put it at that same level as they would any other brand. So like you don't email Denim Supply or you don't email Yeezy, you know, clothing people and be like, hey, you think you can bring it to the crib today? I mean, and I think it's just because people know we local
Mhm.
and they know we're small. You know, we just kind of want that same respect in a way, you know. So we definitely try not to give into that whole like meeting up thing.
No, I
Oh,
ain't saying for you guys to do it, but if you
yeah. But
Hey,
like it kind of because we
25.
used to have that problem. So
Yeah.
it was like find a solution to a problem,
Mhm.
get a service,
Yeah.
where people could, you know,
Call Lift Up and try to work out a deal. Like, hey,
and we can do like a Lyft Brothers thing where like, hey, this person will come by the fulfillment center,
mm-hmm.
you know. So it definitely would be dope.
Yeah. Should try that. They do that out in Cali not for clothing. They do it for cannabis. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. So Rod, we got some networking to do. Because
mhm.
we did link up with Afterpay. Rod did the research on that. So we can try to, you know, get more sales because a lot of people don't want to pay, you know, $115 right now. Maybe they got a little 25 and they can, you know,
25 a month. Okay.
yeah, you pay a little 25. Well, I think it's like every week you pay a $25 every week. You'll get you'll get your outfit right then, but you know, the payments will come, you know.
What if they don't pay? Do you guys repo the shit or
That's
so
when the
Set
chain,
the
I
shit
get the
off.
chain, right?
so Afterpay work is like the middleman.
Yeah.
Like we get our money and they
Oh,
pay Afterpay or Carlana or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
But all that fintech stuff is here to stay. Like, see, I mean, we had Afterpay before like Amazon and all these
Yeah,
other big.
we was hip
brands.
to it
Like,
already.
yeah,
Mhm.
like fintech is a huge. Just stock advice. Fintech is the move. Like
For
Yep.
sure.
fin-
For
Yeah, I
sure.
work for
SoFi and
yeah. My day job is with a financial technology company. I work
okay.
so
Right.
they watching them what they do with then they in all things from all banking. Matter of fact, they just they do ATMs and stuff, and then like all the ATMs you see in like the gas station, the All Point, they bought them out. So now their stuff, NCR is who I work for, and they got all that stuff.
Oh,
But now
nice.
Okay, yeah, NCR, yeah.
so I be watching that. I be like, damn, that's a good move. They doing crypto now and all that.
Yeah.
All
And
that
me and him, we big on crypto right now. So it's like me and him talk about crypto every day. You know, we talk stocks and stuff anytime we're around. But yeah, that crypto right now, like
Yeah, I got some crypto I got sitting there. I'm like hoping buying them
What
cheap.
you had?
I just got a couple things. I got Shiba,
yeah, Shiba Inu.
and so my homeboy Lee, he be deep into it. I'm like, I got some home renovations to do first, and then I'll go hard on that because he be like, I bought 1 trillion of these. I was like, Jesus Christ, you bought 1 trillion? And he's like, yeah, but it was like less than a cent. It
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
$100.
Yeah.
He said, but if it pops off, you know what I'm saying?
You can hit like you ain't even gotta hit $1. You know what I'm saying?
He said,
Get to a dime. You get a dime because I'm pretty sure whatever he bought at a trillion was like 0.00005. If you get a dime of that, you know what I'm saying, you gonna come home with some change.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
For a $100 investment, you can make a lot of money.
because I got in on this company called on this bit, well, not company, but this it's a Ethereum token called TARC, Original Trail. I got in on that, and they up 30% right now. And I got in at a nickel.
Okay.
Now it's up to $2.27.
Okay, Corey. Okay.
So that's just money, and that was just me on a whim, honestly, because I was just looking at. I based my investments off of like whatever Bitcoin, Ethereum, and whatever the third highest token, Cardano. So yeah, I base my moves off whatever token is related to either one of those. You know what I'm saying? So when I see Ethereum token, I'm like, Ethereum is one of them ones it's one of the. I'm telling you. So like Bitcoin, the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Ethereum, then you got Cardano. There's other ones out here. What we got? Binance. It's a lot, bro. It's so many coins.
Yeah. Amp. I got some Amp.
Yeah, I got Amp. I got some Amp coins. Like, bro, it's a plethora of just coins that you can just get into. Anything outside the top 100 might be a risk because they haven't really shown the longevity. Yeah. But at the same time, nobody saw Shiba coming out the woodworks. Nobody saw those. Like, these were meme coins.
Yeah.
So they never was supposed to do it, what they're supposed to do anyway, but they did what they did. And now with Facebook doing metaverse, NFTs, all this stuff is gonna boom. So it's like, if you can get in now, like right now, like not yesterday, like start looking it up today. Yeah. It'll save a lot of people.
It's a crypto they gonna use in the metaverse, Mana, MANA.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Look,
they got their own. They got their own. Yeah,
they exploded since like the whole metaverse.
There's a lot of meta coins out there that's going crazy just based on the name Meta, just because they got META on it. So it's like they booming right now.
Okay, I have to look into that.
Yeah, that's some game for the people.
Okay, cool. So we're at that time right now. We put about a buck 27 on them. But before we go, if you guys have anything last, statements or whatnot you want to say to the audience out there.
Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on. Like, it was a dope experience. Like, I would love to, come back and do it again. Chop it up on something different.
Oh yeah. No doubt. Everybody knows once you're on here, that's the intro is for them to know you, and after that, we bring it back just to have conversation.
You'll be back because I'm the tertiary owner now.
Yeah, he's a tertiary. And speaking of that,
okay.
Oh yeah, that's a big word.
I done been on here like 3-4 times, man. I love it here.
Nasty.
I love it here.
And plus, listen, he ain't tell you that we in the works. He's gonna be him and Mike are gonna take the lead. We doing the sports in January.
So
it's gonna be epic.
Oh yeah. He loves sports.
That's when basketball start off for real. So you know what I'm saying? Like in January, we're gonna redo it, and start with the sports. It'll be him and Micah taking the lead. I'll be there, but they younger, so they got the legs on them to keep running.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Before you go, J-Rod, this hit him up, let them know where they can get in contact with you.
My IG is JRod204, or you can hit up BRTHRS Clothing LLC on Instagram. I pretty much do both of them. So hit the DM, we'll respond to any and everybody. So
we both be in and out of it, but he runs it a little more than I do. So but I can see the messages. So if you're looking for me, you can hit me up through the IG as well. And then my Instagram is Fresco Jones. And if you want one of these Atlanta caps, man, to celebrate our Braves, you can go to FrescoThreadsLLC.com.
Oh yeah, speaking of the Braves, that was good for y'all, man. Atlanta needed a win.
Man, what?
Yes.
I ain't gonna.
Okay.
He's Atlanta true to heart. Like he's been. He always repped the Hawks. He always,
except for football.
No, don't nobody. We don't talk about them, bro. I told you.
But I'm here.
They don't support the Falcons?
Man, forget them, bro.
What they do to y'all?
I can tell you the exact moment.
Like you say, how everybody looked at it, what you mean? What they do? They
Go ahead,
did
Mike.
everything.
Before we go, I want to
We
hear
gonna
this.
be on
You want to hear the
another
exact
hour.
moment for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's
Okay,
a letdown,
alright.
man.
I think it was 2006 playoff.
Oh my
God damn.
yeah, it's been a while.
Falcons,
What you
Eagles.
got?
I think that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? NFC Championship game?
NFC, I
Yeah.
think it
Big
was,
in
yeah.
Philly.
And I remember, in Philly. See,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
haunting. See, you know
I
what
remember
mean.
that. Yeah,
I think it was a pass over the middle.
God damn, you
I remember the play.
this
It
man
was a play.
LeBron on the podcast.
Yeah.
God, let's go.
It was a pass to Algie
go, let's go.
Crumpler.
Algie
Crumpler. Oh my
Right,
God.
down the middle.
Wow. And
It
that's
was a
okay.
big first down,
Yeah.
and Brian Dawkins
Lit him up.
hit him into retirement.
Yeah.
I did see him after that. You right. I did see him after
He
that.
sells barbecue now. He hit him into barbecue, and that was the exact moment he dropped that ball. I was like, I can't do this no more.
I remember that. He lit him up, and that ball just said, bloop.
It
And
just
Algie
came
Crumpler
out.
was like, he's a big dude. He was like, he's like 6'6",
Yeah,
6'7".
Crumpler big, bro.
Right.
And
Yeah, he
he
was
up,
big.
I
Go
lit
to.
him up.
Yeah, and then we ain't gonna talk about the 23-8, whatever that was, 28-3, whatever.
Never forget.
I'm like, man,
Hey,
You
man.
telling that to a Patriots fan, so
I know, I get it. He loved it.
yeah, he loved it.
Oh, I love that.
Uh,
Especially
the smirk on his
Atlanta,
face.
too. The thing is,
Again.
it's a funny thing. I was trying to get tickets to that through my job, and at first everybody was like, "Yeah, you can get it," because they would like the Falcons. They knew the Super Bowl was going to be in Atlanta, but they didn't think the Falcons were going to make it. So it was like, okay,
it was perfect. Like it was perfect, bro. Like everything was for us to win, bro.
it was, and I remember I couldn't get tickets, so I was just like even more mad because I'm like, all these people who weren't even Falcons fans, all of a sudden now they
It's
want to
just
be
popping out.
I was like, when
You
it
know
was
how it go.
halftime, and I was like, nah. People were like, "Oh, it's over." That's what made me mad. All my Atlanta.
No,
Falcons-
I didn't say that. I
You
didn't
can't
say
count
that.
out Tom Brady.
Halftime, I was still scared, bro. Because I was like, you know what?
It's over, Lynn. It's over, Lynn. I was like, if the Falcons could score 28 points and a half, what makes you think the Patriots can't score 28 points and a half?
Right.
Sure enough. So that was one of the greatest feelings of my life.
Mhm.
The next day going to work,
Bro, the streets was sad.
it was
The streets was sad, bro. Like I went to
It
work,
wasn't-
bro.
There wasn't nobody in the street.
Mm-mm.
Everybody went to
It was
sleep.
sad. Like we were supposed to have a little parade. We supposed to have stuff going on, bro. Tom
this
took
was
all
all-
that from our city, bro.
Yeah, nobody even wanted to go outside for like a couple of days. I mean, I
Then
went-
don't forget the Bulldogs did what they did. They always been somewhat of a letdown.
Mhm.
So the Hawks, I'm proud of the Hawks, man. What they accomplished last season, man. Like getting to the ECF. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Oh yeah, the Hawks doing a little something.
I like, they got a solid team. They just keep going. But the Braves, man, my hats
Shout out
off
to
to
them.
you. My hats off to you, no pun intended.
Big,
You know what I'm
big,
saying?
Dion, by the way.
It's what?
Okay.
It's
Ooh.
Dion.
That's
Ooh.
the
Just really, I had to clarify that. That's
Ooh, okay.
forgotten Brave. but,
Okay.
you
I mean,
know,
he forgot.
Hey.
But,
here you go.
I'm just saying.
And I called it. I called this, like, if you go on my site,
Mhm.
it's called the Champion.
Oh, that's what you called it?
Yes,
he did.
it's a Champion Blue. I
He
got
called
I got Champion Kelly, and then I got Champion Navy. So I called this like 3 weeks ago.
Well, good for you.
So I was like, they was gonna get it, and that's why I put it in gold, because they was
Atlanta
gonna get it.
Atlanta needed that because
We
y'all
did.
y'all want to celebrate it when what's her name? Atlanta
United.
United won a championship and y'all didn't give
That's
them no
different.
That's,
different.
that's what I said. That's why I'll be like, yo, I hope y'all lose because y'all got a championship and it wasn't.
I appreciated the United one, but it don't hit the same, bro. Y'all knew,
was
you know
cute.
what I'm saying? Like,
It was cute.
It depends on preference, I think.
But they
Yeah.
won.
they won it. No,
Because people show up to those games, and
it be lit. It be lit in that dome.
It was 18,
I
20,000.
would go to a game. Yeah.
Oh, I went to the
Yeah,
games. I used
definitely
to go to a
go.
lot of the games, and
It's just like,
they had
As
more
a-
fans than the Falcons used to have.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But it was
Yeah.
like, as adults, we grew up looking at Falcons, the Hawks, Georgia
Right.
Bulldogs. So like the United, it was like, we'll take you in,
Hey man,
but you know what I'm
y'all
saying?
sound like right now? You sound like a woman out there talking about where all the good men at, and a good man come along and he winning, and you be like, that ain't the good man I'm
Well,
looking for.
I'm speaking as a whole, not me, because I appreciated the United when they won. I was like, that's dope. But I was like, I need the Falcons to follow suit. I'm like,
That ain't gonna happen, bro.
That's what I'm saying. And when they did what they did, you know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, y'all done in my books. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at.
Okay. Once they let Mike Vick go for the
it was a dub for me. I stopped kind of watching.
I didn't support him. I was like, yo, y'all ain't gonna win, man.
Yeah.
Y'all one Chris Chandler away from being irreverent. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Blame Algie.
Blame Algie Crumpler.
Algie Crumpler, yeah.
You know you should blame, and I hate to get on the sports tangent, but you know
Arthur?
No.
Oh,
Arthur, he put y'all on the map. He put money into this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that Home Depot money came in handy. That Home Depot money come in handy.
Jesse Tuggle back in the day.
Oh, man.
That's
what he wore, number 58?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember him.
He was trying to wear out somebody in Miami. And then
who he was trying to wear out? What you mean?
He got caught up in a sting. Super Bowl, the night before the Super Bowl, getting arrested.
I remember.
I do
That's where it
remember
all
that.
started. That was the whole
that damn
the Dirty Bird era with what's his name, little
Jamal
man?
Anderson.
Jamal Anderson.
Hey,
you guys were supposed to win that year.
We was.
When that story came out that Jesse Tuggle got caught up in that, I was like, oh, they ain't never gonna win.
Timing was impeccable on that, huh?
Cursed the city.
Yeah, he cursed.
He really did, bro. We haven't won nothing.
Wait,
he cursed.
We ain't won nothing.
Bro. Like every time Atlanta get close,
they blow it.
So that's why.
And the Falcons still doing it. Like they get in these games, get leads, and just blow them. I'd be like, what is wrong with y'all, bro? The Jesse Tuggle curse.
Yeah, Jesse, the curse. That's why I said, because it'd be different players. It's the same
curse
team.
of the Tuggle.
You're right, Jesse Tuggle, because you guys were running the league that year. You were running the league that year. You were supposed to be the.
I remember that. That Dirty Bird song was on the radio every day. I was in there. I had my little jersey on. I had my Iversons on with the white and red with the blue undersole.
Okay.
With my little kid jeans. You can tell me nothing. Can tell me nothing. Freshest kid in LP Miles Elementary. Freshest. New Jordans every week, bro. I was killing them.
That's dope. But what's up? I appreciate you guys joining us today.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Rod
Thank
Sutton,
you.
aka J Rod, my man Fresco Jones. Proud of you two brothers.
Yes.
No pun intended.
Likewise.
You know what I'm saying? The brand.
Hey man, I'm proud of y'all too, man. Y'all carrying this thing, man. Getting everybody to, you showcasing everybody's talents, their interests. I appreciate y'all.
People, man. We know too many people.
Yeah.
That's something I love to do. It's like I know too many people who are doing cool stuff that just need a little shine. I don't care if I blow up. I just want to talk to y'all, find out, what makes you tick to do what you do. That's just amazing to me. I'm proud of you guys. The brand is impeccable. It's got a bright future. When I've got to lose some weight. I got to lose some weight because what I'm saying, I look at it, I'll be like, I won't look right in it yet. You know what I'm saying?
We got you. We got you covered.
You ain't gotta go oversized.
I've been trying to sway him for the longest, Rod. Just let him do what he gonna do.
I gotta get back down there. I gotta be able to take a photo next to my car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the goal.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to look like these photos.
I'm over here like twin brothers,
man.
Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
For real, man. Hey, man, we just stay consistent, work out, and buy clothes. That's it.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you two for joining us, and much respect and much blessings towards success. And you'll be back on the show when we talk in dating and women and all that stuff, because I know y'all.
Oh Lord, that's gonna be a crazy topic. But
I'm going to do a subject where it's on small businesses.
Oh, okay.
I got a couple people who got some other small businesses, and I want y'all to talk about different. They're not in fashion, but they're in kind of like home accessories. So I want to put a show together with that and just see how people talk shop and see what's how they operate, how you operate, and the similarities is just interesting to me. So that'd be good to do. So, what I'm saying? Thank everybody for joining us today.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? You can check us out. Follow us on Instagram. There's at inside_out podcast. You can also check us out on Twitter, l.felix/media, where we stream live as well. We stream live on Facebook, the Inside Out Podcast. And you can also catch us on Twitch.
Twitch.
Yep, that's on Twitch, man. I be getting a lot of hate, them hate bombs.
Yeah, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, I keep it moving. And then also the audio of this podcast will always be available on Tuesdays at, follow the the .com right there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say it right now. I apologize. But you also, first of all, I'm going to check out Brothers Clothing. He's all the brothersclothing.com, where there's no O in brothers, but it is for all of us.
Take the vowels out. That's all it is. Just take the vowels out.
And follow them on IG. Fresco Threads get you the nice ATL threads.
Mm-hmm.
Thank everybody for joining us today. Thanks to Fresco and J Rod.
Thank
Uncle
you,
Mike. Uncle Mike, we gotta get that collaboration with brothers going.
For sure.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
And we gotta put some stuff out. We gotta
get. I was gonna say I can fool with something with that B.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, let's do it.
All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining us. Catch us next week. Same time, same place. And we'll see you then.
All right.